All right. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. So, the internet is currently boiling. The internet is currently boiling for some guy in Abuja and a lady. So, I've asked the guy why did he rape the girl, and he said he didn't rape the girl. So, let's see if we can live on Instagram. Let him tell us what happened. So, are you guys ready? How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Oh, good morning.
Good morning. So this morning I woke up and I saw of you, um, pictures of you and a lady on the internet, and I kept getting messages. People were sending me messages saying, "Oh, this guy raped this girl. This guy raped this girl." And now, first of all, I want you to tell us exactly what transpired between yourself and the girl, because right now rape is a very very strong accusation, right? So I want you to tell us what transpired between you and the girl, and then I'll ask you a few questions.
Yeah. The said girl, I've known her for since this year. I met her this year actually. So we exchanged numbers. We've been friends on social media, Snapchat and co. So she's been. So there was one time there was a party in Abuja. She said I invited her to come for the party. She said I should pay for her flights and I should pay for her flights and book a hotel for her, and I'm supposed to give her money too. So I waved that one off. I didn't talk to her after then. So recently she told me she was coming to Abuja first, that she had something that she wants to move to Abuja. She wants to rent a place.
Yeah.
So when she came, she was in one other hotel like that. I don't know the hotel. So I told her, since she's in Abuja now, let's link up. Let's have lunch or dinner.
Yeah.
She now said, okay, dinner is fine. So the following day, she moved into Hilton. So she
Yeah.
said, so I texted her. I said, what time would be convenient for you for dinner? She said 8 is fine. So she moved. I went to the Hilton to meet her for the breakfast. So we went to the executive
That
floor
was
on the 10th
when
floor.
the Hilton was when.
Hilton. She moved to Hilton again day before yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. So we went to the executive floor for dinner.
Okay.
So yeah, so after dinner, we went down to the casino together. I was playing casino. She said, she's interested too. I put money for her. I told her to play. So on the process, her manager called her or something, so she left. So before then, I was telling her that
Oh, her
I would
manager.
like
What
us
does she
to.
do?
She's a singer.
Okay.
Yeah. So she said she wanted us to. So I told her that I wanted to have sex with her. She now said I'm not gonna do that for free. And I asked, okay, so what's involved in the thing? She told me I should pay $1,000. I told her I cannot pay 1K
Oh, she asked
for
you to pay
sex.
$1,000.
Yes.
Okay.
So I said what I can pay is 200. I cannot pay 1K. So she said no, that she's not taking it, that it's poor. I said no problems. So I went to the club. So I was in the club with my friends. She messaged me and was like, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm at the club." She now said, if I don't, I should, if she doesn't see me in her room in the next 5 minutes, that she's going to change her mind.
From the $200
So
back to the 1K. Or what?
no, I didn't agree on the 1K. So it's the 200, not $200 or 200,000 though.
Okay, so she initially said 200. She initially said $1,000,
Yes.
and then you offer that 200K, which is like
Yeah.
$500 or maybe about $400.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But she refused. So I left her. She left. She went back upstairs. So later she texted me and was like, I should get to the hotel in the next 5 minutes unless you change her mind. I was with my friends then. So I showed my friends. I was like, see that girl, because my friends knew. We had dinner with my friends at the executive floor. So
Yeah.
my friends knew already what was going on. So I told them, the girl said I should come for the 200 though. So I had to rush back to the hotel. So when I got there, she was drinking and smoking. She was drinking rubies and smoking already, smoking kush. So, we got down. We started having sex. So after the sex, I told her that I didn't want her to go. That I wanted her to stay one more night. She now said that unless I had to book her room. I said that's not a problem. So like I have points now. So I had to book the room in front of her with my points. And I put her as the additional guest of the hotel.
Okay.
But I had to use my name because I'm a diamond member at the Hilton.
Okay.
So I showed her the booking. I told her this is it and this is your name. Because I asked her name, she told me. So I told her this is the booking. So tomorrow you could just go and check into the room. That they'll have to check you out because she was in the standard room. So I told her that what will happen is because of my name, they will upgrade her to something better, maybe a royal room or something.
Yeah.
So I now told her that I was going to transfer 100,000. Then the following day, when I come back, I'll send the remaining money to her. She now said, oh, okay. So truth be told, I didn't do the transfer.
Okay, so the problem is before we got on this live, right?
Yeah.
I saw the chat exchange between yourself and I saw the chat exchange between yourself and the lady, right? And while I was reading the chat exchange, I also went on Instablog and I saw a lot of girls that were also saying that you've done that to them, you slept with them and you didn't pay. Some of them are accusing you of rape. So is it what you do normally by, having these girls and don't paying or what? What is the situation? Because when I went on Instablog, I saw a lot of comments. People were commenting there, right? And it felt like, it felt like because when there are different girls that are saying the same thing, it becomes a problem, So what is the problem? Is it that you don't want to pay them, or you believe that okay, you guys have had sex, you shouldn't pay?
So apparently, most of them actually pay them. There's no issue about it. But apparently, they always complain that I'm very rude and arrogant.
Okay. So now the thing is this, for me, what I love you to do is you need to do one thing for yourself and a lot of your friends around you, because if you don't, if you're in a position where girls keep saying, "Oh, you sleep with them and don't pay, sleep with them and don't pay," and then so it's difficult for someone to. So it puts people in a position where if a girl accuses you of rape, you say, "Oh, because you didn't pay her," right? Now, then you put us in a position where we don't want to believe the girl, and then we don't want to believe you. So we just put our minds back on and say, you know what, these guys know what they're doing, right? So now, do you promise me that at least the girls that you've slept with, the ones that you've not paid, you will pay them, at least send them something, because this is December, everybody eyed the red. So no, I'm serious. So this is December, everybody eyed the red. So how far?
I'll do something about it.
Okay, so at least you've told your side of the story. Let me see if I can find the girl in question, since she's trying to commit suicide. Uh, let me see if I can find the girl in question and bring her on live. All right, let's hear from her.
Okay, no problems.
All right.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's Europe's moment, tweeted the President of the European Commission on Thursday to announce the start of the EU's vaccination campaign. From December 27th, the first Europeans will be able to get vaccinated. The question is, how many will choose to do so? Melissa Bastian in Paris.
Hello. Hello, good morning.
Morning. Hi. What's
Hi. So I literally got a call from my friends to join this live
oh
because
why?
they know what happened to me with Alaska. I'm actually just in shock. I woke up this morning and I got sent the post on Instablog talking about this same guy. So I just needed to say something because I knew his time was coming, and this finally has come, and he needs to be called out for this nonsense that he does.
Okay. So what happened to
So
you?
2 years ago, they sent my bags from the east, from Enugu to Alaska, because he was driving from Enugu, and I asked someone to send
Who
it
is
to him.
Alaska? The same guy, his name is
This
Alaska?
same guy, the same guy that you're on live with. So I went. Then he was living in Asokoro, somewhere in Asokoro, yeah. And I went to get the bags from him. He locked his house. He had a lady washing clothes for him that came in. I think it was on a Saturday, and he had a security man close to a hospital. This guy locked his house, and instead I wasn't going to leave. So in the case of this girl, he claimed it was a hotel room and she was high. I wasn't high. This was early in the morning. I'd gone to his house to get my bags, and he locked the house. And the lady was hearing me scream for help. The lady that was washing for him, and the lady acted like she didn't even hear any noise. I think this is what he does. They've gotten so used to it that they act like nothing happens. And this idiot did what he did, and he started kneeling down and begging me and asking for forgiveness. Lo and behold, he disappeared. I went to the police. They said they couldn't get hold of him. Last year, I was in a meeting in Transcorp with, I can testify, like I had people that were even there. I caused a scene in Transcorp. So it was me and people from my office. They were older men, outside men. And all of a sudden, this guy just walks past me. I started screaming. I was like, that's the guy. That's the guy. He disappeared. He ran away. I caused a scene that Transcorp by the lounge downstairs, where people have tea and stuff. He disappeared. I haven't seen him up until today. So I'm very sure that guy is saying the truth. He's a rapist. That's what he does. I haven't been able to get hold of this guy. And I know people that can testify. I know people that I reported him. And I have friends that knew what had happened. The thing that happened in Transcorp, I have people that I can actually call to bear me witness. And he called afterwards to apologize. Oh, I thought you'd gone past this. So I'm sure that guy is saying the truth.
Wow. All right. So what do you want to do?
So if this guy is going to press charge, I can testify on, if she wants to go ahead, because Nigeria police don't take this thing serious. So if she's ready to testify, I would stand in court with her as a witness, because I would definitely do whatever I need to do, because he needs to be called out.
All right. Wow. All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
Wow. Guys, how want to settle this matter now? How do we settle this? How do we settle this matter, please? How do we settle this matter?
During Hong Kong's COVID Christmas, businesses race for survival, and a family prepares to be divided when a child is born. Around the world, a number of us are struggling during this holiday season. Here in Hong Kong, we just met Lindsay Ford. Lindsay Ford is waiting to hear whether or not the hospital authority will lift the ban on partners being present in
Alpha.
hospitals.
So I've done live with this your guy, and it happened that. Oh, you've done live already? Yeah. So it happened that the guy is like that's how he operates, because there are too many girls on my comment section. I won't lie, that's how you operate. I won't lie. That's how you operate. I will not lie. But they need to get him arrested, because Like there are girls now that are saying that not this. Some girls here are saying not that they even asked him for money, but he raped them. You understand? And ran away. So one girl just came live now. So he something needs to be done. You understand? So let's believe that maybe this particular girl of today, it was just about him not paying, but he from calls I even received after I made a post on my page, shows that the guy is, that's what, and he has confirmed that he doesn't pay some, he pays some. All right, no wala. I'll talk to you later. I'll call you. All right, guys. Unfortunately, it's a very, very delicate situation. I thought it was a situation where we are going to just discuss and have conversations on the situation that is on ground, but it looks like it's deeper than it looks like it's deeper than how we see it. You know, if it's only fucking and don't paying, if it's only fucking and don't paying, it's different. But if you are raping, it goes way, 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 way out of line. You understand? I'm not here to negotiate payment for fucking and not paying. I wish that girl can come on. Hold on 1 minute. Let me see if I can find her. It's actually a very, very delicate situation, and rape is not. No one should excuse rape. You know, it's wrong. It's very, very wrong. It's very, very, very wrong. That guy needs to be arrested as soon as possible. He needs to be arrested. So, from the chat that I saw, apparently he was having a conversation with the girl on whether he should pay or not pay. Sorry, that he should pay, and he didn't pay. And from what he said on this live, he said he didn't do the transfer. So if he didn't do the transfer, you should tell the girl you didn't do the transfer. It's best you didn't pay at all than to send a girl fake alert. It's very, very disappointing. Let's agree you didn't pay. Let's know that you didn't pay. But when you send a girl fake alert, and then there's a lot of accusations here of you raping people, is actually, he needs to get arrested and charged, because I can see more than enough women here saying the same thing. So I'm not a judge, but I'm just saying that if there's a lot of accusations about rape on somebody, you understand, and you have proof, arrest him. Do you understand? So if that is the situation, arrest him. So let him go and prove himself that he didn't do it. Do you understand? So that's it. That's what I'm saying. So if
but the wording and the mechanics here really matter, and that's where you're still seeing a lot of negotiation occurring. So the $300 per week in enhanced jobless benefits, the question now is, how long is that going to be put in place?
Wow.
$30 billion for small business loans. Again, here we're hearing there's debates about whether it should be $325 billion. And then the $600 stimulus check, that's a once-off payment. Now that's been whittled down from $1,200 that we had.
See, whatever anybody is saying is true. That is how
can
he
we see your
rolls
face,
in
please?
Abuja. That is how he rolls in Abuja. Whatever anybody is saying is true.
Can
He
we see your
goes
face?
around
You don't
Transcorp.
want to show your face?
No, he goes around Transcorp doing this thing. He is a broke nigger. He goes around Transcorp doing this thing, deceiving girls everywhere. He doesn't even have money to pay anybody. He just rolls around with big guys. That is all he does. He is a broke guy. He uses a freaking stove. You don't get money for gas. He
So how do
uses
you
a
say he uses
stove
a stove?
because I know. I can send you his house address and you go and see it.
Ha. So now did he rape you or did he force himself on you? What was your own accusation?
Yes, he did. And I was quiet about it because nobody's going to believe.
Why do you think no
And
one?
seeing this news today, because he acts like a big guy and he's always around big people. So who is going to believe him? And seeing this news today, this just
Hello? First of all, rape is not. No one should ever excuse rape, but there are some very funny things about this life right now that he uses the stove. So that's really, really, really funny. Um, well, at this point, I don't know what to say. Uh, I don't know what to say. At this point, I really, really don't know what to say. But so for you to know the stove he uses, it's kind of very. God have mercy. This is funny and not funny, but hey, um, Obi Alaska, if you're still watching this live, just know that um, nobody in this entire world will excuse rape. Um, if you get out of this one, right? If you get out of this one, if you get out of this one, make sure that if you have any babe you're with, or a babe you are doing something with, and you guys have a negotiation on how much you are going to pay, you pay her, right? So you don't get yourself in this kind of situation. So someone saying the guy is playing the street. You know, it's painful when you have expectations. It's painful when you have expectations when somebody needed to give you something and they didn't give you. It's really painful. Um, so we might call it arrest him. We might call it he's running them streets. So like someone just said, like someone just said, oh my god, this is so funny. Someone says, is that not prostitution? Hold on, let me see. Someone says, is that not prostitution? So you call him a serial hope dasher, not okay. Hold on. All right. So for whatever reason, I think that is a very very complicated matter. So people want to go to his house to investigate if he uses stove in his house. So the last girl that spoke, for you to know that a guy uses stove, that means you didn't only get into his house, but you went to you made food in his kitchen. Is that right? All right. Rape is actually is a very, very bad offense. Um, Rape is actually very, very bad. Though we might laugh about a few things because the build up to the stories are actually funny, but it's not funny at all, right? It's not funny at all. But for what it's worth, um, this matter is longer than I thought it was going to be. But I just feel like if the guy can hear me, if you can see me, just know this: it's really, really wrong for you to rape a girl. And on the other hand, if you have a negotiation with a babe to pay after doings, keep to your word. But if you don't have the negotiation to pay, and after that the girl says you should pay, that's what I don't know. But I'm not encouraging prostitution. I'm not encouraging paying for sex, right? But what it is if you have an agreement with somebody, um, I guess it's best to keep your agreement, because now when you don't keep to the agreement, you are being accused of rape. Nobody's going to stand in for you to support you. So the best thing for you to do is to to pay if you have agreed to pay, and not to rape any woman ever, ever, ever. Don't rape any woman, please. It's actually very, very bad. All right, guys, let me go. I'm self-isolating because I just got into the UK, so I'm just on my own until I'm allowed to, leave. But I have a show this evening at 9 p.m. The Canada Immigration Cafe. I'd like you guys to come on there and listen to a few things we have to say about migrating to Canada or Canada immigration. All right. See you guys later. Peace.